Dallas Mavericks vs Utah Jazz full game highlights, October 13, 2025 NBA Preseason. The Dallas Mavericks and Utah Jazz faced off on October 13, 2025, in what turned out to be an electrifying NBA preseason matchup that had fans buzzing from start to finish. Even though preseason games don't count toward the regular season standings, both teams treated this one like a statement game, with young players trying to prove their worth and stars showing flashes of mid-season form. From Luka Doncic's dazzling playmaking to rookie breakouts and intense back-and-forth runs, this was the kind of game that reminded fans why basketball is back in full swing. From the opening tip, Dallas came out with energy and confidence. Luka Doncic wasted no time asserting control of the floor, orchestrating the Mavericks' offense with pinpoint passes and deep three-point shots that sent the crowd into a frenzy. Kyrie Irving, looking sharp and fluid, complemented Luka perfectly, slicing through Utah's defense, finishing with finesse around the rim, and showing why this dynamic backcourt duo could be one of the NBA's most lethal in 2025. The Mavericks' ball movement was crisp, their spacing was on point, and their confidence was evident, especially from their bench unit that looked deep and composed. Utah, however, wasn't about to roll over. The Jazz came into the game eager to test themselves against a Western Conference contender, and they answered the challenge with grit and hustle. Lauri Markkanen, coming off a breakout All-Star season, led the charge for the Jazz with his smooth shooting touch and ability to stretch the floor. He knocked down threes, attacked mismatches, and even threw down a monster dunk midway through the first quarter that got the Jazz bench fired up. Collin Sexton brought his usual intensity, pushing the tempo, and rookie guard Cody Williams impressed fans with his poise and athleticism on both ends. By the end of the first half, the game had become a showcase of offense. Both teams traded buckets in a thrilling back-and-forth rhythm, Luka hitting step-backs, Markkanen answering with corner threes, and Irving weaving through defenders like a magician. The Mavericks' young forward Olivier Maxence Prosper showed promise defensively, hounding Utah's wings and creating fast break opportunities. Grant Williams also provided toughness and leadership, spacing the floor with timely corner threes. Despite Dallas taking a narrow lead into halftime, Utah's bench, led by Keyonte George and Walker Kessler, kept things close, showing that the Jazz's young core is ready to compete. The third quarter saw both teams ramp up the intensity. Luka Doncic put on a clinic, reminding everyone why he's one of the most gifted players in the world. His combination of vision, patience, and craftiness created easy looks for his teammates. One highlight moment came when Luka threaded a no-look bounce pass through traffic to Deck Lively 2 for an emphatic alley-oop slam. The chemistry between Luka and Lively looked strong, a promising sign for Dallas's long-term interior presence. Kyrie, meanwhile, continued to dazzle with his signature handles, pulling off a spin move into a contested jumper that had fans on their feet. Utah responded with resilience. Markkanen continued to pour in points from all over the court, while Kessler anchored the defense with his shot-blocking presence. The Jazz's second unit played with heart, as George and Taylor Hendricks gave Dallas fits with their quickness and physicality. The Jazz even managed to take a slim lead midway through the third, fueled by a 12-2 run that featured back-to-back triples and a transition dunk that forced a Mavericks timeout. The momentum had shifted, and the Jazz faithful in attendance could sense the intensity picking up. Heading into the fourth quarter, both coaches decided to test their rotations. Jason Kidd let the Mavericks bench unit take charge, giving minutes to rookies and role players fighting for roster spots. Jaden Hardy took full advantage of the opportunity, erupting with a flurry of buckets, including a deep three that reignited the Mavericks' offense. His confidence and aggression gave Dallas the edge they needed late in the game. Tim Hardaway Jr. also caught fire, knocking down consecutive jumpers to extend the Mavericks' lead. The Jazz weren't done yet. Keyonte George hit some clutch shots down the stretch, showing impressive composure for a young guard. Markkanen returned to the floor in the final few minutes, looking to bring Utah back within striking distance. But Dallas's defense tightened up when it mattered most. Lively and Prosper made key stops, and Luka returned in the final minutes to seal the deal with a dagger step-back three that reminded everyone just how unstoppable he can be when the game is on the line. When the final buzzer sounded, the Mavericks walked away with the preseason victory, but both teams left the court with positives to build on. Luka Doncic finished with a near triple-double, Kyrie Irving delivered another smooth and efficient performance, and Jaden Hardy's breakout game gave Dallas fans plenty of optimism heading into the regular season. On the other side, Lauri Markkanen looked every bit like a franchise cornerstone, and Utah's young talent flashed tremendous potential in key moments. This preseason clash may not have counted in the standings, but it carried the energy and execution of a mid-season battle. The Mavericks looked poised and confident, a team with championship aspirations that's beginning to find its rhythm. The Jazz showed growth, depth, and hunger, The kind of traits that could make them a surprise playoff contender. Fans got a glimpse of both teams' futures, filled with highlight plays, emerging stars, and the unmistakable buzz of basketball returning in full force. As the lights dimmed and fans exited the arena, one thing was clear. The NBA is officially back, and both Dallas and Utah are ready to make some serious noise in the Western Conference. If this game was any indication of what's to come, basketball fans are in for a thrilling 2025-26 season, full of excitement, rivalries, and unforgettable moments. Final score, Dallas Mavericks 112, Utah Jazz 105, but the real win goes to every fan who missed that fast-paced, high-energy NBA action.